Good afternoon and welcome to Lundholm Gym on the campus of the University of New Hampshire in Durham, New Hampshire for this afternoon's Division I Girls Basketball Championship between the number 1 seeded Bishop Guertin Cardinals and the number 3 seeded Bedford Bulldogs. I'm Lauren Fox, and alongside Corey Munster-Tiger and Bill Carter, we will bring you all the action live from Lundholm Gym. If you're listening on radio, you'll catch us on Bedford 105.1. And if you're watching later, well, we certainly hope that the outcome is a good one for the Bulldogs. And Corey, you and I saw the game back in February when Bedford took on BG. Tough matchup for the Bulldogs, a very talented, high-power BG offense. And that day, it was a Bedford team that was without the services of probably its best defensive player, Sydney Grogan.
Yeah, it was a tough one there. Sydney Grogan had suffered a knee injury not too long before that game and was sitting out. They did have some other successful contributions throughout that game. Kate Allard had 24, Lila Stein with 12, Lana McCarthy with an unusually low number for her. She had 10, but it was no match for Brooke Paquette, who had 30 in that game, dominating all the way. And Bishop Guertin came out with that regular season win to help them improve to an 18-0 record during the regular season.
And you mentioned Brooke Paquette. She is one of the offensive cornerstones of that BG Cardinals team. She's a senior. She'll move on next year, matriculate at Stonehill College along with her teammate Caitlin Wheeler. But Paquette has been a thorn in the side of the Bulldogs. We saw her hit a number of clutch free throws back on February 17th in that game when Bedford lost to BG. But we also saw Paquette last year hit a really clutch three against this same Bedford Bulldog team that gave them a lead that they never relinquished. So if you were rating keys in this one, where would she stack up as far as what you got to do if you're going to win a state title if you're Bedford?
She's probably number one, as she, again, led the way in that first matchup. She's quite an athlete, not afraid to play through pressure, through contact, looking to draw the fouls and get to the foul line. Again, Sydney Grogan's presence tonight will be a huge factor in helping contain her.
Now, there are other factors, of course, that enter into things for these Bedford Bulldogs. Of course, you want to try to keep Lana McCarthy out of foul trouble. Of course, if Lana can have a good day at the free throw line, well, that's going to make a big difference for the Bulldogs. But we haven't really touched on the other two sources of offensive firepower for BG, and that's Caitlin Wheeler and Megan Stack, a couple of the seniors that have really carried the load so far for BG.
Sure are. Both of them, both very talented themselves. Wheeler, the lefty, down low, getting a lot of points in the paint. They also got, in that first matchup, a good chip in from Olivia Murray. Had 8 points in that first matchup. Stack had 18. Again, firepower across the board, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
It will be a tough matchup, absolutely. And for the Bedford Bulldogs, we will see their starting five, a couple seniors, a couple sophomores, and a junior. Ava Dubois and Sydney Grogan and Lila Stein in the backcourt. Kate Allard a forward. And then to round things out in the center is Lana McCarthy. On the other side for BG, the aforementioned Brooke Paquette, Olivia Murray, Hannah Lynch, Megan Stack, and Caitlin Wheeler, the senior as well. So that's the starting five for the BG Cardinals, and we've set it for the Bulldogs as well. So we will stay with you here at Lundholm Gym for the playing of our nation's national anthem. I didn't realize this championship game was BYOB, Corey.
Bring your own band?
Bring your own band.
Apparently it was bring your own basketballs, too. I heard from Corey Parker that they needed to bring their own basketballs for each game tonight. So, yeah, more than one definition of that BYOB.
An interesting one, in case you missed our starting lineups for Bedford, a backcourt of Ava Dubois, Sydney Grogan, Lila Stein, Dubois and Grogan, both senior captains, and a front court of Kate Allard, a sort of swing forward, I guess, would be the best thing that I would call Kate, and then Lana McCarthy down low on the block, and she'll have a lot of the offense run through her. For BG, we talked about Brooke Paquette, the guard for the Cardinals. She'll be carrying a lot of the load. Megan Stack, 6-foot senior. Caitlin Wheeler, a 5'11 senior. And Hannah Lynch and Olivia Murray rounding out the backcourt for BG. So we're about ready for tip. McCarthy and Stack jumping center. And McCarthy will win the tip. Dubois winds up corralling it in the front court, and we are underway. The clock has not started running, though. That would be a good idea. Shot missed. McCarthy gets her own rebound, follows, and it's good. Somebody may want to start that clock.
There you go.
Novel concept. Got so excited about it. Bedford leads 2-0. 7:50 remains here in the first. Not really, but I don't know if there's official clock. Driving the lane, Murray, high left hand, no good. McCarthy fights for the rebound, can't get it. Now BG on the floor, keeps it alive to the corner to Murray. Drives baseline. Might have gotten hit. Somebody got away with one. Stein with the rebound and dribbles swiftly into the front court over to Dubois on the near side. Bedford wearing their black jerseys, white numbers, red trim. BG in white, green numbers with yellow trim. Dubois with it on the near side, looking, tried to find Allard, a little over her head. Lila Stein picks up the rubbish, and ball down low to McCarthy after it was knocked out of Stein's hands, and Lila wins the tussle and winds up getting the basket. No jump ball called there.
Yeah, Lana just too powerful for the defenders down low and was able to rip that away. Coach Craik a little upset now here at the backcourt violation call. I think he's actually going to have a point there. The defender closest to the ball, Sydney Grogan, got a hand in there. But
yeah,
good start by Lana McCarthy, getting the ball down low, getting a couple of easy buckets, and the Bulldogs are ahead by 4.
4-0, a minute in. Brooke Paquette dribbles across, guarded closely by Lila Stein. Now to Murray, to Lynch, over to the near side to Wheeler. She's a tough one. She'll go to Stonehill next year to play. Driving, trying to kick was Lynch, nothing doing. Allard dribbles into the front court with her left hand. A little jumper about 15 feet, misses. McCarthy fighting for the rebound. She doesn't get it, but seals off enough so that Ava gets it. Now Allard dribbles into the paint. Left hand off the glass is good.
Drove hard through pressure, lefty.
And right back the other way. Sorry, right back the other way. BG didn't give you any time to talk.
No, not at all.
You can talk now. They slowed down the pace.
It's an interesting matchup, too, here. Brooke Paquette is being guarded by Lila Stein. I thought we would have seen Grogan on Paquette.
Stein tried to jump the route, couldn't. Paquette wound up shooting it just above the free throw line. Her 17-footer is good. BG's on the board. They trail Bedford 6-2, and now BG with the full court press, dribbling fast into the front court is Ava Dubois. It parts like the Red Sea for Ava. She can't make the layup. McCarthy the rebound. She's fouled. Go to line, shoot 2.
Good follow-up there. That's Lana McCarthy's bread and butter right there. Following up, getting those offensive boards, trying to clean things up. She'll go to the line, see if she can cash in.
Foul called on Caitlin Wheeler. That is her first. 5:57 left in the first. Bulldogs on top 6-2. First free throw from Lana. High arcing, missed left. And now she'll get a second opportunity.
We normally have to keep stats ourselves on these pieces of paper in front of us. We have it all on the scoreboard now. It's so nice and convenient.
Rebound taken on the second one. It was a long one. Allard got it. Stein had a notion about a 3. Instead gave it up past the Dubois. Dubois to McCarthy in the paint. High off the glass for Lana. It's good. She's got 6. Bedford leads 8-2. 5:42 left in the first. Paquette kicks near side to Lynch. Dribbles back up top. Crossover now back to her left. Ball in to Stack. Left-handed jumper. High off the glass. Rattles around. No good. Ava Dubois with another rebound. Quickly into the front court to Kate. Allard gets it. Now back to McCarthy. McCarthy dribbling in. Went through Wheeler. No foul called. Now Allard dribbles in, kicks back out, and the Bulldogs will reset things.
Good no call there. Wheeler was already backing up and falling down when she got that initial contact. So give the officials a lot of credit there.
Stein into the paint, misses the shot. The rebound to Kate Allard, and they will say a foul called on BG. And Allard, I don't know if she's going to the line or if that one was on the ground. They said she's shooting. All right. Coach Craik again, arms folded, giving the officials an earful.
Anna Lynch with the foul there. Wrapped up Allard from behind. And Allard did the right thing, just tried to go right back towards the hoop and gets the shooting foul.
Kate's first one, nothing but net. Bedford leading 9-2, 5:05 left here in the first.
Great start for Coach Gibbs here. He has to be pleased. Lana McCarthy's size and strength, a huge factor throughout the season. We're seeing it here in the first quarter.
The second one from Kate is good, and it's 10-2, and Coach Craik of BG will call himself a timeout, trying to right the ship. Bedford, to me, surprisingly on top 10-2.
Yeah, they got out quick. Again, they can't ask for much of a better start here. Bill, anything you've seen in the first couple of minutes of play here?
Well, again, 3 officials. Bedford has started off with a strong playing with Lana McCarthy inside. That's the key. It's going to be a key even further along when they lean to her and then she passes it out for those open mid-range jumpers.
It's that inside-outside game. Great call there. She just attracts so much attention inside, and that should open up some of these outside shooters. Lila Stein, Kate Allard able to knock down from long distance. We'll see if that starts to play a factor as we see things unfold.
Bedford on top here, 10-2. If you're listening on WBNH 105.1, we welcome you. If you're watching the game later, wondering why I'm talking so much, well, this one's going to be a radio broadcast with a video feed. Paquette near side, Murray looking down low to Brooke Moeller. Kick far side to Paquette, guarded by Stein. Dribbles left into the paint. Tries a floater, it's short. Rebound taken there, Allard. And she'll get it to Ava Dubois, and Bedford sprinting into the front court. Ava looks, tried to find McCarthy down low, couldn't. Stack winds up with a steal. BG right back the other way. Dribbling left is Stack. Kicks back out to the sophomore Muller. Now up top it goes to Lynch. Lynch dribbling with the right hand around McCarthy. She tried to go. Lana played her straight up, but still called for a foul on the body. Thoughts?
Took a bump with the hip. Not surprising to see the foul call. Lana's trying to stay straight up there. Left her hands in the air to try to show the official, but definitely caught a hip check on the way by.
Now, if you ask me, nothing's ever a foul, but if it happened, I didn't do it. Lynch makes the first free throw.
You sound like Bill Lane Beer. It's a good old school reference for you right there.
Is. Second one coming. Rattles around, no good. Rebound attempted by Muller. And they'll say that it went off of BG's Muller. And now inbounding Ava Dubois to Stein.
Muller tried to hustle on that offensive board. Actually had her hands on it, but couldn't quite control it, so it falls out of bounds. Bedford basketball. Yeah,
Stein into the front court and got caught doing the bunny hop in the pea patch. She'll get called for one. Bedford on top 10-3, 4:18 left here in quarter number 1.
Fans of New Hampshire girls basketball are not surprised at all to see these two teams in the championship game. 10 of the last 11 games had one or the other of these teams as a competitor. So these guys are both very frequently here in the championship game. Nice drive and finish by Paquette. She now has 4.
10-5, Bedford Bulldogs over BG. Allard looks down low, tries to find McCarthy, can't. McCarthy loses the ball, Paquette with it, gets it to Stack. Stack dribbling into the front court, Allard steals. Grogan winds up with it off the steal, dribbling right hand, she'll lose it. And now Paquette might have got away with a travel. Instead, right back the other way is Lynch, who kicks it. I went to a basketball game and a soccer game broke out.
A little bit sloppy over the last 3 possessions here, turnover after turnover. And fortunately for both teams, no real blood was drawn through that sequence. Still 10-5. Bedford holds that 5-point lead.
Stein out. Annie Zink in. Grogan looks near side. Zink dribbling left hand. Looks down low. Allard spins. Dribbles left and gets called for a travel there. Unique, but...
Coach Carter, did you see that travel?
Yes, that was a travel.
Okay. Picked up the pivot foot?
Picked up the pivot foot. Didn't do anything and put the foot back down. So that's definitely a travel.
Muller out, the senior Molly Smith in for BG. And Kate Daly also in for BG. Smith with it now, looking down low. Finds Stack. Ball off of Grogan's foot. Paquette winds up with it. Shot from the elbow after creating a little bit of space with her shoulder. Jumper is good. That gives her 6. Bedford now finds themselves leading 10-7. And a pass up court from Grogan to Kate Allard. And running into Allard and getting nailed for the foul on that one was
Hannah Lynch picks up her second.
That may be big. A lot of the offense will run through Lynch as well.
I heard Bill Carter grumbling on that last offensive finish by Brooke Paquette. You thought she got that chicken wing out a little bit?
Got a little chicken wing there, yes. Made the space to get the shot.
It's all right. I honestly, as a player, as an observer, I prefer fewer calls than more calls, I don't mind that no call.
Paquette dribbling quickly into the front court, dribbling with the left, guarded by Zink. Gets it to Daly, now back up top to Smith, back near side. Bedford leads 10-7, 2:50 left in the first. Stack tries the left hand, nothing doing. Devlin McDonald with the rebound, and now gets it to Sydney Grogan. Lana McCarthy out of the game right now, by the way. Grogan dribbling around and through everybody to get up court and somehow drew a foul after all of that.
Yeah, it's going to be Kate Daly picking up a foul there. Those two have competed a lot throughout their athletic careers as they both compete on the lacrosse field as well. In that case, Sydney Grogan getting the benefit of the doubt as Kate Daly picks up her first personal.
Ava to Annie Zink, dribbling with the left hand to the paint. The left-hander no good. Rebound taken by Ava Dubois, high off the glass. Ava's shot is good. She's got 2. Bedford's on top 12-7. Quickly the other way, BG, stolen by Ava Dubois. Ava dribbling into the front court, kicks far side to Annie Zink. Now to Sydney Grogan, back near side to Ava, trying to reset this offense. Dubois picks up her dribble, gets it to Zink. Deep 3 from Annie, misses left off the back iron, and it'll trickle out of bounds. BG ball 12-7. Bedford leads, 2:07 left here in the first period.
Great shot choice by Zink. You know, she missed it, but she has to be a threat there. She had time and space. She can knock down those shots, and unfortunately just rimmed out off the left side, but she's got to take that shot.
Wheeler in, Stack out for BG. Smith with it, dribbles to her left, kicks to Daly. Daly, couple stutter steps, now gets it to Murray. Murray dribbles left hand. McDonald, great pickup D. And Zink somehow winds up with the rebound and gets absolutely accosted by Daly. Ava Dubois was the collateral damage in that whole thing. And that will be a foul on Daly. It should be her second, right?
Daly has 2 now, and you're right. She came in hard looking for that offensive foul. If I'm Coach Craik, I don't mind that. She's being aggressive, trying to get her team another chance, another possession. So you accept that offensive foul without too much of a problem.
Stein in, Grogan out for Bedford, leading 12-7, 1:40 left in the first. Stein picked up her dribble, tried to get it over to the far side to McDonald, but was called for the travel in the interim. And Bedford turns the ball over. We have seen substantial numbers of turnovers on both sides, let's be fair.
Sure have. You know, coaches want to make sure you get good offensive possessions. At least get a shot up. If you get the shot up, even if it's a bad shot, you're at least looking at the rim.
Ball down low, Stack. Might have gotten away with a bit of a travel. Instead, the shot missed. Smith the rebound, loses the ball. Zink winds up with it. She'll get it to Ava. And Dubois will surrender the ball to Stein. Gets it over to the far side to Zink. Zink dribbles into the paint. Great pass to McDonald, but broken up there by BG. Now the ball rattling around on Bedford's offensive end. Picked up by Stack. Dribbling quickly into the front court. Ball stolen by Stein. A minute left here in the first. Stein, well, I thought she was going to kick it over to the far side to McDonald. So did she. And for some reason, she picked the ball up and gets called for the second travel in as many possessions.
Tough one there. She made a nice move, had a nice ball fake, but just didn't finish it there. Caught herself and eventually led to a travel.
Bedford on top, 12-7. 1 minute remains in the first. Feels like this quarter is taking a little bit longer than 8 minutes, you think?
A few fouls on either side, right?
Paquette dribbles left, gets around Stein. Left-handed layup, no good. Allard the rebound. Bedford back the other way. Kate lost control of the ball. They thought that she might have double dribbled, not so much. Gets it to Stein. Over to the far side to Zink. Dribbles left hand, now behind the back.
Great
Finds
pass.
Devlin McDonald on the baseline, and it rolls around, but it's good. Devlin a bucket. Bedford on top 14-7. Molly Smith now thought about a jumper, surrendered the ball to Stack. Ball is loose. McDonald and Stack fighting over it. And now the ball rolling around down there. Stein winds up with it, and Bedford calls a timeout. And I don't really get the idea we're going to see a whole lot of jump balls today. Because if you were gonna, that would have been the one.
Let them battle it out. Let them exert their strength.
I agree. It's different from what we saw the other night, that's for sure.
Yeah, true.
We're using the 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000 rules.
No, it's Mississippi.
Mississippi, yes.
Pascagoula, Mississippi,
maybe? The whole thing. Yeah, nicely done.
Either
Bedford
way,
on top.
Annie Zink, last 2 possessions, one on offense, one on defense. Beautiful look across the lane, found Devlin McDonald cutting along the baseline. Outstanding court vision on her part. And then back down here on the defensive end. Came off of her player deep in the corner and double teamed the ball. Got that ball loose, created that turnover. So Annie Zink, freshman, making an impact here early on in this state championship game.
And she was out a couple games early in the playoff, the beginning. In the preliminary, she was out. So it's nice to see her back.
18 seconds left here in the first quarter. Stein dribbling with it. Ball knocked away there by, I thought it was Smith, but not so much. Paquette wound up knocking it away. 14 seconds. Bedford ball. They'll inbound on the near side, leading by 7. Zink with it, dribbling. Now settles. Gets it to Allard on the far side. Clock ticking. 6, 5. Allard with it into the paint. Shot missed. Stack the rebound. She'll heave one up, maybe. Ooh. And instead the ball will just be a deep pass that misses its target, Murray. And BG will close that first quarter, trailing Bedford 14-7. For the Bulldogs, I think you look at that and ordinarily say, wow, we're up 7. We played pretty well, but they could be leading by a dozen.
They sure could. Led the way, Lana McCarthy, again, those early buckets down low. A couple missed layups here and there, but they have to be pleased coming out of that first quarter with a 7-point lead.
But as we were told, BG is a second-half team, and we know that. We saw them against Bedford back in February. Bedford led through a large portion of that game with some fouls down the stretch, and some made free throws by Brooke Paquette sealed the deal. So if you're Bedford, you can't be comfortable with a 7-point lead. You got to be thinking much bigger than that and trying to find a way to really increase that margin against BG.
Yeah, and it seems like the Cardinals just haven't found their footing on the offensive end. Only 7 points, 6 of those coming from Brooke Paquette. We haven't seen anything from Stack or Wheeler yet. Bedford's not going to hold their breath and figure that they're going to stay scoreless this entire game.
And Stack and Wheeler both in, as is Paquette. Murray in, the starting 5 for BG, as a matter of fact, all in. And the same thing for Bedford. Their starting 5 also in the game. So we played 8 minutes. The same 10 are on the floor. Bedford leads 14-7. Paquette dribbling with the left. Ooh. The shot missed. And they will call her for a charge drawn by Sydney Grogan. Thank you. What a luxury to be here at UNH and get stat sheets at the end of every quarter.
Sydney Grogan helped defense there, slid over into that drive, drew the offensive foul by Paquette. Only Paquette's first personal foul, but that's the team's 6th, so the Bulldogs will be on the foul line the rest of the first half.
Stein down low to McCarthy. She misses a shot, a little bit of a bunny.
She bounced it out of bounds, though, right on the baseline, so it is a turnover, Bishop Guertin's ball.
And BG has the ball leading, check that, Bedford leading 14-7, 7:34 left here in the first half. Dribbling right. And kicking it back up top to Stack, now to Murray. Murray a 3 from the corner, no good. McCarthy seals off Stack, gets the rebound to Dubois into the front court. Ava settles things back down, looking for somebody, anybody, finds Sydney Grogan. Sydney dribbles into the paint, kicks back out to Lila Stein. Stein dribbles left, over to the far side to Dubois. A deep 3 from Ava is good!
Dubois gets a little space, buries the 3. She has 5 now.
And right back the other way comes BG. Murray's pass off the hands of Caitlin Wheeler. It'll be another Bishop Guertin turnover. They're chasing 10, and they got to be careful.
Absolutely. Again, 10 points for this Bishop Guertin team is nothing. They can make that up quickly. They get a couple of turnovers, bury a couple threes, and they're right back in this. But again, Bedford has to be pleased so far.
quickly into the
Guertin's
front
coming out
court.
with this full court press, and it leads to a turnover here.
Bedford broke the press. It was just Allard and McCarthy on a 2-on-1. McCarthy tried a left-handed, or check that Allard tried a left-handed pass that just went behind Lana. But otherwise, that would have been another chippy for the Bulldogs, leading 17-7, 6:42 left here in the first half.
You want to see Allard drive that ball a little bit more. Toss it up inside, get the easy bucket for Lana. Great lefty, Will.
Lefty hook from Brooke Muller. Stein to Grogan. Grogan dribbling quickly into the front court. 17-9 Bulldogs, 6:25 left here in the first. Stein to Dubois. Ava taking her time. Dribbles left, looks, finds McCarthy on the baseline. McCarthy double team, kick to Kate. And now Bedford will reset things again. 6:10 left here in the first. Allard picks up the dribble. Little pick and roll that McCarthy misses the jumper, and it bounces over the top of the backboard. It'll be VG ball. Bedford leads by 8. 6:05 left here in the first half.
I like the pick and roll. I like the pop shot. You just got to knock that one down. It's open right there from the elbow, and Lana needs to knock that one down. But I have to say, Caitlin Wheeler did a great job digging right there. Her player was along the perimeter. She dug down on Lana the first time she had it. Created that pass to go back outside as Stack misses the inside jumper here.
Left-hand hook, no good. Stack. McCarthy the rebound to Stein. And Bedford will reset things. 5:40 left in the first half. Down low to McCarthy. Triple team. And coming over the top and hammering her was Hannah Lynch. And I think that was Lynch's third.
That's going to be
if
Hannah
they
Lynch's
assessed it to
third.
her.
Although he put, yeah, it is 12. So that's going to be Hannah Lynch. That's her third foul with 5:37 left in the first half.
Bulldogs lead 17-9. McCarthy will go to the line, shoot a 1-and-1. Andrew Fenn playing with electronic equipment that I have no idea what it does, but at least he does. That makes one of us.
It looks complicated.
Looks complicated. Do not touch, it says.
Yeah.
McCarthy's first free throw rattles around, no good. And back the other way comes BG. Bedford 0, or check that, 1 of 4 from the line. 1 of 5 from the line, I should say, for the Bulldogs. Now the ball down low to Stack. Nice move, Stack. Finally goes up and under. She gets her first 2 points. And the Bulldogs see their lead cut to 17-11.
Shades of Kevin McHale there with Megan Stack, showing that ball high, getting the ball up off the glass and finishing well.
Shot missed. Allard the rebound. Ball bouncing without an owner. Now Allard will shoot from about 17. Shot misses. McCarthy had a shot at the rebound. Ball knocked away. Dubois gets it. And a nice long offensive possession here for the Bulldogs, leading 17-11. 4:50 left in the first. Allard will dribble baseline. Stack blocks her shot. Right back the other way is Megan Stack. Crosses over, kicks the pocket near side for 3. That'll miss short and will wind up trickling out of bounds. It'll be Bedford ball. 4:40 left here in the first half, leading 17-11.
Outstanding defensive play by Megan Stack. Set up that transition opportunity. Paquette just a little shy on the 3, but Stack just came over and blocked Allard. Great hand in there. Prevented the easy bucket by Kate.
Stein dribbles into the front court. Dribbles right. McCarthy sets her a pick. Dribbles around it. Now, wow. Beautiful up and under shot by Lila Stein, using the glass and a little bit of English. And Lila gets the bucket. And the Bulldogs again lead by 8, 19-11. Little jumper there from Stack, no good. Molly Smith fighting for the rebound. She's in the corner, gets it back to Stack. McCarthy playing some serious D there. And Stack's shot misses. Dubois the rebound, and we come back the other way.
Serious D and smart D. She had the position, just needed to stay high and make it a hard shot for Stack. That's exactly what she did. Stack missed the lay-in.
Grogan to Stein. Stein the reverse layup, and they say that she traveled before the shot was taken and made.
It's all right. I like the offensive aggressiveness. She's got a little ball fake. She's getting the edge, getting to the hoop. Just took a little extra step there.
3:52 left in the first. Bulldogs on top, 19-11. Paquette dribbling, far side, Murray. Murray guarded by Grogan to Stack at the elbow, looks down low. Muller left-handed, no good. And they'll say that Allard got her on the elbow.
Strong move by Muller. She did look like she was camped out under that basket for a while.
You and me both, buddy.
Yeah.
I thought she should have brought a tent and one of those nice little sternos.
She was starting with the marshmallows, you know.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay. All right.
We're almost at marshmallow season, let's face it.
He buries the first of 2.
With three refs, you'd expect that might get noticed, but nevertheless.
Yeah, we won't keep going with that and say like Coleman is her friend or anything like that.
Shot missed. McCarthy the rebound, gets it to Grogan. Bedford still with their foot on the gas, leading 19-12. Grogan near side, Allard jumper 17 long. Stein fought for the rebound, sealed off by Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler.
And back the other way comes Paquette. Gets around Anna Stavropoulos, gets a bucket, does Paquette. She's got 8. Bedford's lead is cut to 19-14. And right back the other way, Allard gets it as Bedford breaks the press. Shot missed by Kate. Stavropoulos couldn't get the rebound. Stack will come back the other way. Kicks it near side, Murray. Shot missed by Murray. Stein the rebound. Bedford again back the other way. On the fast break is Kate Allard. Dunk it, Kate. She makes the layup. And the Bulldogs lead 21-14. Feels like a football game. We got a football score. Allard back the other way. Stack's left-handed hook. No good. Allard the rebound. Showing no signs of fatigue, running up and down. But this time Wheeler picks her pocket, knocks it away, and Muller winds up with it. She almost didn't know she was there.
Definitely not. Got to look around, check your shoulders, make sure you have court awareness. In that case, Kate just didn't have the speed, and Wheeler came and tapped it out from behind.
Ball dumped down low to Muller. Now a 3 from Wheeler. Rattles around, and McCarthy fighting for the rebound, but got hooked there by Muller, and they'll call a foul there on Muller.
Wow. Dramatic call.
And the BG fans are apoplectic after that call.
I mean, there was a lot of drama associated with that call. The near side official came over. He's putting his hand way over his head, pulling it down. I mean, I don't know. Almost looked like Tiger Woods on the 18th green there at the Masters. He's really pumping his arm there.
He's not wearing red, though, even though it is Sunday. Bulldogs lead 20-14, 2:23 left here in the first half. McCarthy 0 for 3 from the stripe in the early going. First one from Lana, misses long, and that is the second 1-and-1 that she has missed the front end of. Dribbling back the other way as Paquette gets it to Muller, guarded by McDonald, shot misses. McCarthy the rebound, I should say, quickly to Stein. Lila thought about a jumper, thought better of it, gets it down to Anna Stavropoulos, kicks baseline to Devlin, the jumper no good, and right back the other way will come BG. Paquette gets it to the front court to Daly. And Daly might have got hit there. They'll say that she did get fouled, but
I think they're going to call that on Sydney Grogan. She was there fighting for that basketball, probably got a bunch of Daly's arms, so she'll pick up her first.
And for Bedford, that's only their third here in the first half, so not a whole lot to complain about. Ball inbounded to Paquette, now to Wheeler. Stolen there by Devlin. Tried to get it to Anna Stav, nothing doing, and the ball's still rolling on the floor. Now they call a jump, and it'll be Bedford ball on the arrow.
I thought we were going to get a travel there as the Bishop Guertin player spun while on the floor, kind of rolled away from the pressure, but they do call the jump ball. Possession arrow favors Bedford, so the Bulldogs will resume possession.
21-14 Bulldogs, 1:45 left in the first half. Grogan dribbling into the front court, telling Lila Stein, get out of wherever you are. Grogan dribbles into the paint, throws up a prayer, and it is answered. The Bulldogs lead 21-14. Quickly back the other way, Megan Stack dribbled in, pulled it out when she found Lana McCarthy in front of her. Now it's Murray guarded by Grogan. Kick to Daly. Daly dribbles into the paint, far side to Stack, nothing doing there. Ball down low to Wheeler, kicks it out to Stack. The 3 is off. McDonald, check that, Stavropoulos, the rebound. Great fight, Anna. Attaway gets it to Lila Stein, dribbling into the front court. Stein to McDonald for 3, a little bit long. Instead, McCarthy winds up with the offensive rebound, had the chance at a putback. Couldn't get it to fall, but Lana will go to the line and shoot 2. Looking to enter the stat sheet from the offensive, or from the free throw line, I should say. Lana 0 for 4 from the charity stripe.
I didn't catch who that foul was on, did you?
Not yet.
Paquette. Let's see. Stack. Oh, they don't have it posted on the board quite yet. Bishop Guertin does have 9 team fouls.
That's on Paquette, that's her second. And that one was beyond a shadow of a doubt a foul, although we've seen those not called when Lana is the object of the aggression. Still can't knock down the free throw, 0-5 now.
This is something that Coach Craig probably is going to consider down the stretch with the kind of what we've seen a long time ago with the hack-a-shack kind of strategy. If she can't make good on the free throw line, then she's going to get her second foul as she reaches over the top on a tough call there.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing, unfortunately, that seems like a little thing now, maybe a big thing later. Bedford leading by 9, just under a minute left in the first half. But if this game is close and or goes to overtime, you sure don't want your offensive force down low to be in foul trouble, that's for sure. Daly dribbles, tried to cross over Anna Stavropoulos. Anna trips, and the ball over to the far side to Murray. She dribbles into the paint, shot no good. Stein the rebound. Now Stein trying to beat her man up court and gets into the front court. 35 seconds left here in the first half. Bulldogs on top by 9. Are they going to settle for the last shot? The answer, well, they tried to find Devlin McDonald down low. They couldn't. And now BG back the other way. Paquette dribbles, stolen by Grogan. 20 seconds left in the first half, and now you might see the Bulldogs play it for the last 20 seconds. We'll see if Gibbs wants a timeout. He's not moving. Allard a little hook, no good. Wheeler the rebound for BG. Paquette right back the other way to Daly, and Daly on the outlet fumbled the ball, jogged with it on her shoulder, and they call traveling on her. 6.2 seconds left. Bedford elects not to call a timeout here, leading by 9, 23-14. Ball inbounded to Stein. 3 seconds, 2. Stein dribbling into the paint, little layup, no good. And Stein had a good look at that one, great shot at it, but unfortunately couldn't get it to fall. And through our first 16 minutes, I think the biggest shocker for me, BG's only put up 14 points.
14 points, 7 in the first quarter, 7 here in the second quarter. Bulldogs again have to be quite pleased. 23-14 lead here at halftime. Coach Gibbs got to be thrilled with his defense.
He certainly does. Having given up only 14 to BG, they are playing with a very high level of energy, and really that's where you earn your paycheck. It's one thing if you're missing shots on the offensive end. Well, that's kind of a hard thing to control because you will miss shots on the offensive end. Defense kind of thing doesn't slump. You can play that strong D against BG and continue to close out on some of those long shots. Well, you got a pretty good chance.
Sure do. Defense is all about hustle, and that's what you have to expect here in a state championship game.
For those just joining us, the Bedford Bulldogs leading 23-14. Under a minute here remaining in halftime. And if anybody wants to volunteer to run stats like they do here at UNH for us at the high school gym at Bedford, we'd be more than happy to take these sheets at the end of every quarter and every half. This is an absolute luxury. I forgot how good it is, but man, we have everything. We have points, assists, turnovers. Like, we never get assists. We have to guess on that. Lila Stein's got 3 today. Somebody adjudicated it and decided that she had 3.
We'll go with that. 3 assists, likely all to the big girl in the lane as Lana McCarthy has been cleaning up. She's got 6 points down low, a couple of offensive rebounds. Huge one here, second chance points. Bedford 10, Bishop Guertin 0. They're hitting the offensive glass. They're getting those second chance points. And that really has been the difference here, along with what we talked about, those rebounds.
BG now going left to right on your radio dial. Their starting 5 is in. The Bulldogs starting 5 is in. The Bulldogs are shooting at the basket now to our left. Stack, far side, Lynch for BG. Bedford leading by 9. Back up top, Wheeler looks down low, finds Stack, left hand is good. And Stack makes the bucket to get BG within 7, 23-16, and now BG in that full court press. Grogan trapped, winds up just throwing it off the ball, or off the knee of Megan Stack, and that's an Ivy League play right there.
Although I believe before that actually happened,
yes,
Coach Gibbs called a timeout, so he's going to take a timeout, talk through their press break a little bit here as we open up the second half. Effective trap there by Bishop Guertin. Bulldogs are going to need to have their bigs come down and provide another outlet. 26
seconds in, and BG has told us what they're going to do for the remainder of the second half. They'll apply some pressure. Bedford leads by 7. The ball movement that we saw from BG in that first possession of the second half also way better than what we had seen really at any point in the first half.
took their time, had some patience. Great entry pass down into Megan Stack, and she finished lefty off the glass. That's just, tough offense to defend.
DuBois inbounds to Grogan. Grogan to Stein. Breaks the press. Stein to Allard in the front court. Had Lana McCarthy down low. Couldn't find her. And now the ball, after the shot missed by Allard, picked up by McCarthy. Into the paint for Lana. A little turnaround J is good. And the Bulldogs get that lead back to 9, 25-16.
Lana finished through traffic, through contact. Beautiful job.
Pass down low to Paquette. Beautiful bounce pass, good. Paquette gets the basket. And the Bulldogs again lead by 7. McCarthy, DuBois, Allard in the paint. Shot is good. And the harm. She'll have a chance for an and one, will Kate.
Play made right there by Lana McCarthy. Received that ball at half court, had the patience, found Ava DuBois cutting right through, and Ava looked like she might have got away with a travel. Kicks it across the lane, hooping the harm for Kate Allard.
Kate with 8, misses the front end. Lana McCarthy fighting for a rebound, falls to the ground. They'll say that she traveled. And it'll be a turnover. Bedford leading by 9, 6:56 left here in the first. Or check that in the third.
If Bedford can trade baskets, they're going to be quite pleased with this. They've seen an uptick in the Bishop Guertin offense here. They're operating much better than they did in the first half. As Stack drives hard, finishes righty this time off the glass. She has 6 now. But the Bulldogs are going to be pleased if they just continue to trade baskets.
Grogan to McCarthy into the front court. Now down low to Allard. Kate into the paint. Spin move. She had 8, she's got 10, and the Bulldogs again lead 29-20. Now the ball to Stack. Stack dribbling, tried to get through McCarthy, couldn't. Rebound, DuBois. Bedford comes back the other way, and Ava will slow things down and give the ball up to Sydney Grogan. Now to Stein on the near side. Lila looks to her left, finds Kate Allard. Allard with the left on the baseline, nothing doing. To Ava DuBois, Ava dribbling into the paint. She'll try with the left hand, nothing doing. But fouling her on the way is Olivia Murray, and Ava will go to the line and shoot a pair.
Offensive aggressiveness there. Ava DuBois just taking it hard, getting it out. Now she'll go to the line for 2.
Ava's first one, no good. Second one from Ava is off the back iron, no good. Taken there by Lynch. Right back the other way is BG. Paquette dribbles left into the paint, runs into McCarthy straight up. Ooh, not sure who the foul is going to get called on that one, but shouldn't be Lana. She was playing straight up D. If anybody, it would make sense that it's Kate Allard.
Yeah, and I think they are going to call Kate Allard. That's Kate's second foul.
2 on Kate, 2 on Lana. Now it'll be Wheeler. Bounce pass down low to Stack. Stack hassled there by DuBois. Steals the ball. Allard dribbling left-handed, crosses center court.
Good choice to settle things down there.
Absolutely.
Restart the offense.
Kicks it to Grogan on the near side. Sydney dribbling to Lila Stein, far side. Stein for 3, a little bit long. Doesn't get anything.
You know, I don't mind the shot.
Not at all.
Took a dribble to her right side. She can knock those down. Just didn't come off her hand properly there. Air ball.
Bedford leading by 9. She's getting heckled by the BG student section. 5:23 remain here in the third quarter. Murray dribbles left, guarded closely by Grogan, and they say that she traveled.
Yeah, dragged her left foot. She was dragging that pivot foot as she picked it up. Just couldn't quite get rid of the ball quickly enough, so it is a travel.
Daly and Muller in, Wheeler and Murray out. She came around that screen and really wasn't quite sure what to do, whether she was keeping the ball or surrendering it, and as a result did drag that pivot foot. Stein dribbling quickly into the front court. Now looks, finds McCarthy. She's way out. Get it to DuBois over on the far side. Ava to Lila Stein. Stein dribbling left now into the paint. Tripped. Ooh, a shot missed. Grogan gets the rebound. Can't see much. The officials in front of me. Somehow DuBois comes up with it. tries to find McCarthy, and she winds up getting pushed as Ava. We'll see who that's called on. If it's on Daly, that's her fourth. 33, they give it to Muller, so that is Muller's second. And a veteran move there by Ava, just got a little bit hit and went down like a sack of potatoes.
And that's that hustle too. I mean, they're giving themselves second chances, second opportunities, further possessions. Whether they make good on them or not is another story as they turn it over here. Great play by Muller. She steps in the passing lane, and now on the other side, Ava DuBois chases it down, knocks the ball out of bounds, and one of the photographer loses his glasses as it bounces right off his face.
Right, that play was coming in Technicolor right at him.
Yeah.
Brooke Muller was dribbling down court. Ava picked her pocket, and in doing so, knocked the ball right into the photographer, right off his head. Looks like he's okay, but that'll slow things down here for a second. Bedford leads by 9, 29-20, 4:37 remain here in the third. Inbound, Muller, right hand, no good.
Wow, 3/4 of the way down, it came out.
Allard winds up with the rebound to Stein on the near side. Lila to Sydney up top. Sydney looks to her right. Instead, she'll take it to her right. Gets it to Ava DuBois. Ava back to Sydney up top. Kate Allard outside the three-point line. Down low to McCarthy. Little reverse layup is good, Lana.
Great off-ball movement by McCarthy. She snuck across the lane, got a little bit of a lane to receive that pass, and then dipped under, got the reverse to go.
Bulldogs' biggest lead of the game, 11, 31-20. 4 minutes left here in the third, and a foul called there on Lila Stein. They say that she got the arm of Muller.
Yeah, tough reach there. She's looking to poke the ball away from behind, just caught a little bit too much arm. The referee's saying you can't do that.
Every player on BG wearing lavender shoes with pink accents, except Muller. Big Elvis Costello fan wearing red shoes. Ball knocked away there by Bedford. DuBois somehow comes up with it. Ava into the front to Kate. Kate, little head fake. Now a reverse layup, no good. Rebound, Lana. Off the leg of Annie Zink. It'll be BG ball going right back the other way. Great hustle play, but I think Lana didn't know how much time she had.
She did, but she also had a triple team. She needed to get that ball out of there.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately, her bounce pass glanced off of Annie Zink's lower leg and out of bounds.
31-20 Bedford, 3:30 left here in the third. Muller dribbles to her right, kicks to Paquette. Paquette dribbles into the paint, out of control shot, no good. McCarthy the rebound, Zink now to Allard in the front court. Allard dribbles, now she's got two BG Cardinals around her, and one of them fouls her. Looks like that one's gonna be on Hannah Lynch. And did they say Muller on it?
I think it's gonna be Muller, that's her third.
Third on Muller. It could have been on either one of them.
Sure could. Again, great offensive aggressiveness. Allard was out on the break. She was a 1-on-2, but decided to take it strong to the hoop, and it paid off. She gets to the line and buries the first.
First free throw from Kate is good. Bedford leads by a dozen. And the second one also good. 3:20 left here in the third. Bulldogs on top by 13. 33-20. Paquette guarded there by Zink. Far side. Now down into Stack. Back out to Lynch. Lynch dribbles baseline. Left-handed layup is good. Hannah Lynch. That's her first basket of the game, and the officials call a timeout.
Good finish there by Lynch. She got to the hoop.
Looks like she lost the contact.
Ava you're absolutely right, Bill. Ava DuBois, I think she got poked either with an elbow or a hand and lost the contact, so she needs a little saline solution to get wiped off and hopefully get back into this game.
That's a bad time to have that happen, I'll tell you what. Bedford lead 33-22 with 3:02 left. Zink with the ball, dribbling quickly into the front court to Allard. Allard a jump stop, and they say that she traveled. That we have not seen called.
Again, drag that pivot foot. She tried to do that jump stop, then pivoted out of it, dragged the back foot. Turnover Bedford.
Paquette dribbles into the paint, met there by Lana McCarthy. Jumper is long. McCarthy the rebound. Gets it to Grogan. Bedford right back the other way. Grogan taking her time. 2:40 left in the third. Bedford leading by 11. Ball to Grogan on the baseline. Will kick. Tried to kick it to McCarthy. Couldn't. Instead, Allard winds up with it. McCarthy with the ball. Will dribble. A little jumper from the baseline is long. Grogan thought she had a shot at the rebound, but She did not. And Paquette winds up with it. Grogan fouls her. That's Sydney's second.
Little reach there. Loose ball foul. She tried to poke that away on the offensive board. Paquette was there. Took the foul, and Bishop Guertin will keep the ball.
Who took the timeout?
BG.
Bishop Guertin took the timeout there. Coach Craig's going to try to regroup as he's down by 11, 33-22.
Bedford leading here, 2:25 remain in the third. For Bedford, it's the defense that's still the story. And a lot of that backcourt, whether it's Lila Stein, Sydney Grogan, Ava Dubois, Annie Zink, any number of them, really earning their keep. And Ava still over in the corner trying to manage the contact situation. Having been there, I'll tell you, that's no fun, particularly in the heat of the game.
I know that feeling. But Coach Gibbs has confidence in Annie Zink. She's contributed fantastic minutes throughout the first half. She's getting another chance here in the third quarter.
So back the other way, BG trailing by 11. Murray dribbles into the front court, guarded by her opposite number, Sydney Grogan. Ball down low.
Zink's going to pick up a foul. Paquette was getting positioned down on the low block. Good choice there, right? Getting the senior to post up the freshman. Zink will pick up the foul.
If there's anything we've seen, though, from Annie Zink, whether it's soccer playoffs, you name it, she is not intimidated by the seniors, not even close.
Not at all, but that physical matchup might be the more of the challenge.
Absolutely. Trying the shot and missing is Wheeler, but it looks like she got fouled by Devlin McDonald. It's Devlin's first. Bedford with three taller players now in the game, McDonald, McCarthy, and Allard. Your triple towers, as it were.
McCarthy went out, but I appreciate
there you go.
The opportunity.
I missed that part. Should have been paying attention. Bedford sees their lead cut 33-23. 2:11 left here in quarter number 3. And the second one from Wheeler also good.
Well, there's an awkward pause here as the officials are figuring things out. They do allow a substitution. I'm surprised they did. Usually, if that buzzer sounds after the second free throw, it's inadvertent. It should be just for the shooter that's allowed. But
ball stolen there by Paquette.
Ooh.
Tried to steal the other way was Grogan, and they say that Sydney fouled Paquette, and it will be BG ball underneath. Sydney's now got 3.
She took a shot in the face, too, as Paquette was trying to protect that ball.
Oh, so it's, hang on a second. Bedford ball, BG ball. Kate Allard's ready to inbound, but yes, and they said that the foul was on Sydney. They have her as only having 2. I have her as having 3. Scoreboard's got 2.
Huh.
Ball inbounded to Paquette, finds the backdoor cutting Wheeler for a basket, and Bedford's lead is cut to 7. Dubois back into the game for Bedford. Dribbling left, kicks to Allard, near side. Allard yo-yoing up and down, crosses over Lynch. Now with the left hand is
Got
Kate.
it.
The shot is good and the foul. Big shot by Kate. Second time she has had an opportunity for an and one here in the third quarter.
Got whacked on the way to the hoop, finished lefty.
Number 4 on 12.
Yep,
Drew the
4
contact.
now on Hannah Lynch as well, and that's going to enter into Coach Craig's strategy as Lynch sits down. Molly Smith comes in for BG.
Allard on the line, trying to finish the three-point play. Shot is up, nothing but net.
And indeed she does. Kate finishes that one. 9 here in the third for Allard. Bedford leads 36-26. Again, that lead back in double digits. Paquette near side. Smith looks down low. Stack. Triple team. Now the ball back out to Smith. Kicks to Stack. The shot no good. Stack gets her own rebound. I would have sworn I heard a whistle in there in between. So the shot no good. And there is a foul on the floor. Stack will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. Is that correct?
No, she was going up to the hoop, so that's Stavropoulos picking up her first foul. She was going to the hoop, and she's going to shoot 2.
We are in the bonus awfully early, though.
Sure are.
First one from Stack is good. Senior Megan Stack. wearing a compression sleeve left leg, and on the right leg, a knee brace.
Orthopedic surgeon is probably pretty happy to get her back out on the court.
Second one is also made by Stack. And now Allard quickly into the front court. Settles things down a little bit. Now to Stein up top to Dubois. Dubois, far side, Stavropoulos. Anna dribbling into the paint, gets it back to Ava, and down to the corner to Lila. Lila dribbling baseline, trying to see what she can find. The ball kicked to Dubois. Little jumper from 17, no good.
Great
rebound,
box out.
Paquette. Good offensive sequence for Bedford. Now the ball down low to Smith. Smith's shot missed. Dubois the rebound. Smith will fight for it with her. Allard somehow comes out of that scrum with the ball.
Wow.
Gets it to Stein.
They're going to call a travel. Wow.
That is astonishing.
Wow. Wow. Great hustle there by
Big
both
time.
those players on the Bedford squad.
She didn't have control of the ball.
She came out of it, took 2 steps. The referee's right there. He calls travel.
Bedford leads by 8, 36-28. Paquette drives paint, nothing. Stein the rebound. And now back the other way. Stein takes her time getting into the front court, crosses over Paquette. Now to McCarthy, back to Stein up top. Dubois on the near side, Allard up top, far side. Challenge there by Wheeler. Allard will take her time, shoot a 3, shot no good. McCarthy might have got pushed in the back, had good position, but came out of it with nothing. 24 seconds left here in the third quarter. Bedford up by 8, 36-28. And now we'll see if BG plays for the last shot. Paquette to Smith. Smith to Paquette. Guarded closely by Stavropoulos. Drives baseline. Little floater, no good. Rebound McCarthy. McCarthy tries to find Kate Allard. Does. 3-2. Stein on the layup. It's good for Lila Stein. And that will do it for us here in the third quarter. Bedford gets a big bucket. Lila couldn't convert one at the end of the first half, but at the end of the third, she's able to, and that gives Bedford, again, that 10-point lead.
Fortunate play there, too. McCarthy was looking for Allard at midcourt. It looked like it was going to get picked off, but somehow Kate Allard pivots away from pressure, kicks the ball across the lane. Stein on the cut, finishes lefty. 4 points for her and a 10-point lead for Bedford.
Looked like she might have gotten fouled on that one as well. Could have made the argument that that should have been an and one, but nothing doing. Regardless, for the Bulldogs, they led at the half 23-14, and while they were outscored by BG, or check that, Bedford outscored BG 15-14. Math is hard today. They give us everything on these sheets, and my math just goes straight in the toilet. Like, I lose the ability to count.
They won that quarter by 1, carrying a 10-point lead into the fourth quarter.
The biggest lead the Bulldogs had was 13. It was at 3:20 left in the third. They led by 13.
Leading the way for the Bulldogs, Kate Allard has 15. Lana McCarthy with 10 on the other side. Brooke Paquette leads the Cardinals with 10, and Megan Stack has 8.
Dubois to inbound, gets it to Stein in the backcourt. Paquette guarding her closely, as she will.
Doubled.
Now she's doubled, gets it to Anna Stavropoulos. Tried to,
there.
but tough pass for Anna to come up with. It'll go out of bounds. And 7:52 left here in the ball game. Bedford leading by 10, 38-28. Stavropoulos out and Grogan in. Thank you. Again, the score sheet literally coming in warm off the printer.
Shooting woes continue for Bishop Guertin. Their total field goal percentage for the game, 29.7%.
Stack looks down low, finds Paquette in the paint. Left hand, no good. Paquette gets her own rebound, and they will say that she was fouled on the way up.
Yeah.
Again, though, you can make the argument she was in the paint for a while.
Established position, both feet in the painted area. Strong attempt at the basket. She felt Ava Dubois trying to tie her up. Immediately goes to the basket, earns a trip to the line. Her first trip to the line tonight, she misses the front end.
For BG, they are now 6 of 9 from the stripe. Bedford is 5 of 14 from the charity stripe. Now make that 7 of 10 for BG. Trails Bedford 38-29. Grogan tried to find Stein, couldn't. Somehow got the nice bounce, but then Stein turns the ball over, trying to get it to Allard down low, and then Paquette fouled by Stein and will go to the line and shoot a 1-and-1. Stein came over to help her up. Paquette wasn't having any of it.
I don't mind that. Competitive situation. She just knocked her to the floor. Get out of my face. Now she's going to go back to the line. She just was 1 for 2. Chance to earn 2 free throws in a 1-and-1 situation. Of note, Bedford has 9 team fouls, so the next one puts Bishop Guertin into the double bonus for the entire remainder of this game.
First one from Paquette, good. Into the game for BG, also of note, Hannah Lynch now playing with 4 fouls.
Paquette with 12 points now. Make it 13 as she nails both.
38-31 Bulldogs, trying to do something about this BG full court press. Stein to Grogan. Grogan needs to get across the timeline and does. Grogan taking her time, guarded closely there by Murray, who knocks the ball away. Now Stein to McCarthy. Back to Grogan up top. Grogan dribbling into the paint. Somehow found a little bit of space, went up for a shot, but was fouled there by Murray. And Grogan will go to the line and shoot 2. And she has shown us a presence of mind, at least in that Portsmouth game, that semifinal game, going to the stripe and hit some big shots.
Huge, went 3 for 4 down the stretch, helping the Bulldogs get out to that 4-point lead late in that game in the semifinals. She misses the front end here, but this is an important foul for other reasons, as that's Bishop Guertin's 6th team foul. So again, the Bulldogs will also be in the bonus for the remainder of this game.
Second one also misses. So the Bulldogs now 5 of 16 from the line. Murray guarded closely by Lila Stein. The Bedford Bulldogs lead by 7, 38-31. Ball down low to Paquette. Paquette's left-hander, no good. Gets her own rebound and makes the shot again. So got to find a way not to give Brooke Paquette those second chance points, that's for sure. Bedford leads by 5, 38-33. 6:37 left here in the game. And Lila Stein, they say she traveled. And Bedford's got to right the ship. BG has outscored them 5-0 here in the 4th quarter. And if you're Kevin Gibbs, you may want to consider a timeout here. Paquette and up and under against Stein. And they say that she was fouled by Stein. Didn't see a whole lot of contact there. But they say that she was, and an and 1. She'll go to the line to try to complete that 3-point play. And BG has now cut the lead to 38-35 on the strength of 7 points to start things off here in the 4th quarter.
We must have had a terrible angle on that, because from where we sat, Lila Stein was sitting very patiently behind Paquette. I couldn't see anything, but the officials are right there, 5-10 feet away. They're calling the foul right there. Paquette, again, posting up. If they're going to keep Stein on her, she's going to keep going down low, using her size and strength over the smaller Lila Stein and trying to get to the line or get easy buckets.
And for Bedford, the thing that you want to do here, as hard as it must be, is you got to play to win. Right now, what we've seen in the Bulldogs in the first minute and 34 of this 4th period is playing not to lose, not playing to win.
They can't lose their offensive aggressiveness here. They're trying to break that press, which they have done, but then once they get into their half-court possession, they need to do something with it. You need to have design plays. You need to get your key offensive scorers good looks at the basket. Get the ball down low to Lana McCarthy. Get Kate Allard in space without a double team close. Get these opportunities for your offense to keep putting points on the board.
Bedford led by as many as 13. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the 3rd. Less than 5 minutes of clock time later, BG has cut that lead to 3. And the gym is loud as Paquette will go to complete an and 1.
You can feel the momentum. It seems to have shifted in the Cardinals' favor right now. The Bulldogs need a big play.
They need Paquette to miss one, and they need to secure a rebound. That's for sure.
Paquette does not agree with you. She buries the N1. She has 18.
Stein into the front court, guarded by Paquette. Now to Dubois, looking down low to Allard. Kate winds up with it, kicks up top to Stein. Stein thought about a dribble drive, pulled the ball back out. Now Sydney with it, taking her time, guarded there by Murray. Far side to Dubois, looks at Lana down low, nothing there. Now Ava will get it back to Lila, and Ava is absolutely hammered by Paquette. She'll go to the line and shoot a 1-on-1.
Third foul on Paquette. Aggressive defense. Now you need Ava Dubois to knock down these free throws. 0 for 2 from the line.
Bedford 5 of 16 from the stripe.
Tough stat right there if you're Coach Gibbs, but Ava Dubois calmly and patiently knocks down her first, earns her second.
Big shot, Ava. Bedford scores their first point of the fourth. And the second one from Ava, ice water running through her veins. She knocks it down. The Bulldogs on top by 4 at the 6-minute mark remaining in the game.
I love the confidence I saw in Ava Dubois right there. She knew that second one was in, started fading away with that confidence. She's going to need to continue with that.
Paquette, dribble drive, and she will make the shot and go to the line to shoot another and one. Don't know who that one is going to be called on. They say Kate Allard committed the foul.
Yeah, Allard's going to pick up her third. If you're Coach Gibbs, just come with the double team, right? Get it out of Paquette's hands early. She's got 20 points, 12 here in the second half. Bulldogs defense needs to kick it in.
Blackjack for Paquette. She's got 21. The Bulldogs have their lead cut to 1, 40-39. Grogan, far side to Allard. Kate Allard couldn't extricate herself from Hannah Lynch. And as such, the ball rolls out of bounds. The Bulldogs lead by 1, 5:39 left in the fourth.
Tough one there. Allard was trying to get position. That bounce pass was just out of her reach, leading to the turnover.
Paquette dribbles around Allard. McCarthy comes in to pick up and help D, but they will say that Paquette traveled. Did they say travel, or she just lost the ball and went out of bounds?
Yep. Good amount of contact there, but Lana McCarthy was planted solidly. Paquette ran right into her and bounced off, hit the floor hard, no call.
Stein, Dubois far side, Ava shot left-handed, no good. Stack the rebound, back the other way comes Bedford. And Stack makes a left-handed layup. Lana McCarthy didn't really have a great shot at her and fouled her on the body, and Stack will go to the line to complete a three-point play. BG leads by 1. Stack will try to make it 2.
First lead of the day for
First
Bishop
lead.
Guertin.
Amazing statistic right there. 5:09 left in the game. Bishop Guertin finally has its first lead. Bill Carter, great observation. And Coach Craig's advice must have been, let's take it to the hoop hard. These guys can't defend you. Bishop Guertin has been strong to the hoop and drawing a lot of contact, getting a lot of calls.
BG has outscored Bedford 21-7 in about the last 6:20. They lead at 41-40 to the Cardinals. Grogan gets it to Allard. Allard down in the paint, shot missed, rattles around, Paquette the rebound. BG will come back the other way. Bedford has scored only 2 points here in the fourth quarter. BG has scored 13. Now dribbling into the paint, high, the shot missed by Murray. Ball to Stein, Stein to Grogan. Grogan dribbling into the front court. Grogan guarded by Paquette, into the paint, finds Dubois. Dubois for 3, it's short. Lana McCarthy saves the ball, but Lynch winds up with it. Lana, great hustle. And back the other way comes BG. Wheeler to Lynch. 4:15 left in the game. Bedford trails BG 41-40. Paquette yo-yoing up and down right around midcourt. Dribbles around Stein. Gets it to Murray. Murray dribbles left at the free throw line. She'll shoot a jumper, and it's nothing but net. Murray gets her first points of the game. BG leads by 3, 43-40. Their biggest lead of the game now. Ball down low to Allard. Allard to McCarthy. Jumper just inside the free throw line. No good. And now Paquette with it. And BG coming back the other way. If you're Bedford, you got to find a way to keep this train from rolling downhill too fast. It's already rolling. Now back the other way comes Murray. Her shot missed. Grogan guarding her. Dubois the rebound. Ava quickly into the front court. takes her time, finds Lila on the near side. Lila dribbling, fights it to McCarthy in the paint. McCarthy fighting for it, is fouled, and I think Lynch fouled her. That'll be 5 on her. McCarthy will go to the line and shoot 2. She is yet to make one in the game now.
Yeah, that's what you need, though. You need to find your big player, your offensive stalwart throughout the entire regular season. Get her the ball down low, calm things down. Lynch indeed picks up her 5th foul. She will exit the game as Molly Smith comes in. McCarthy needs 2.
First one, no good. Bedford trailing 43-40. And the second one long, rebound taken there by Stack. And Paquette will take her time dribbling across half court. 3:13 left here in the game. Paquette kicks, finds Molly Smith far side, now to Murray. Murray dribbles at the right hand, guarded by Grogan. Again, yo-yoing up and down outside the three-point line to Smith, looks down low to Stack, McCarthy guarding her, and BG turns the ball over. Stack guarded by McCarthy, tried to pass out of it. There was nobody there. She was passing to a ghost.
I think the player she was looking for had just cut through, vacated the position, and the timing was just off. McCarthy playing good defense, keeping those hands in the air, not going for ball fakes.
Grogan with it right in front of us. Now to the far side of Dubois. Thought about a three, instead gets it to McCarthy down low on the dribble drive. Great assist, Ava, and the Bulldogs cut it to within 1, 43-42 BG.
So even though she missed that last three-pointer, it was an important shot to take. It shows that she's a threat from three-point land. Right there, a little up fake, gets the defender off her balance, drives right by, and dishes to McCarthy for the finish. Now Coach Craig's going to take a timeout with a 1-point lead, 43-42.
For Bedford, the things that you really would like to have back at this point in the game, they are 7 of 22 from the free throw line. Game like this, you make 2 of them, you're sitting in the lead right now. You're in an entirely different situation, but it's tough to shoot 30% from the line and think that you're going to have a puncher's chance to win a close game.
That's a tough statistic right there. Kate Allard leading the way. She is 5 for 6 from the line. Ava Dubois 2 for 4. Grogan 0 for 2 we just saw a couple minutes ago, and Lana McCarthy has struggled all night from the free throw line. So yes, that is a tough statistic. You hit even 3 of those, you're up 2 points right now. So again, 2:22 to go in this game. You got to come up with a defensive stop. You got to have some good looks on offense without turning the ball over.
And if you're the Bulldogs, the defensive end has not let you down to this point in the game, although BG has outscored Bedford 15-4 here in the 4th, mostly on the strength of Brooke Paquette's dribble drives. But if you can find a way to have Lana McCarthy clog up the middle, well, that can make a whole lot of difference.
A lot of and one opportunities for the Cardinals here in the 4th quarter.
Stack guarded by McCarthy, will dribble into the paint and gets it to Smith. Smith now travels. She dragged that pivot foot, and Molly Smith, unfortunately for her, turns the ball over. We've seen that called repeatedly tonight, though. Not a whole lot of a surprise.
Both sides, too. Both sides, right? They're not discriminating one or the other. They're looking for that dragged pivot foot, and they're making the call consistently.
Bedford trailing by 1, 43-42. 2 minutes remain here in the game. Allard pulls up her dribble, trying to find McCarthy. Ball knocked away, but right into the hands of Ava Dubois. Now to Allard. Looks down low to Stein. Stein, a jumper from the baseline, no good. Ball volleyed out. Grogan somehow winds up with it. Johnny on the spot right there, more like Sydney on the spot, dribbling into the paint. The shot, no good. She is blocked, but it is Bedford Bulldog ball, trailing by 1, 1:43 left in the game.
Good defense by Molly Smith. The senior got a hand on Grogan's layup attempt, batted it out of bounds.
Ball to McCarthy, now to Allard. Kate takes it outside the three-point line. Think about a 3. She hasn't had one yet today. Allard pulls up her dribble, now back to Dubois, far side. Looking down low to Lana, nothing there. Winding up with the ball is Brooke Paquette. Paquette full head of steam, gets it to Murray. Her wild shot, no good. Wheeler picks up the rebound, is fouled, will go to the line and shoot 2, but hey, you'll take the alternative. Better that than an easy layup, right?
Sure, make her earn them at the stripe. Lila Stein, I believe, is going to pick up that 4th foul for her.
I think they gave it to Sydney.
Well, the scoreboard says 11 with 4, so I'm assuming that's Lila Stein. That's her 4th foul.
First one missed by Wheeler.
Okay, never mind. That's Sydney. You're right.
And that's a big one. BG has been rock solid from the charity stripe today, but Wheeler misses the first one she takes here in the 4th. 1:22 left in the game. Bedford chasing 1. Wheeler gets the second one to follow. Bedford's chasing 2. Stein gets it to us.
Tapped out of bounds. Megan Stack bounced right in front of us. And Lauren Fox with quick hands is able to deflect it away from the delicate equipment here. Yeah, you did. Come on.
As they say in the NFL, you got to throw the ball where your receiver is the only one who's got a chance to catch it. Bedford hasn't been doing that. The balls have been just a little less crisp and not to the spot, more to the player. And well, you got to take care of the ball. That's the name of the game right now. They trail by 2 to the Bulldogs, 44-42. 1:17 left in the game. And for Bedford, well, this is a lot of what Bill Carter and I saw last year during the championship game as well. It came down to the last minute. It was a wild last minute, to say the least. And Bedford wound up on the bad end of that one. Last year, it was Brooke Paquette making a big 3 with about a minute left that gave BG a lead that they never gave up. So for the last minute or so, who knows exactly what we will see out of these Bedford Bulldogs. The stock and trade for a lot of the year has been making 3s. They've only made 1 today.
Only 1 from outside the arc. And only 5 points here in the 4th quarter. They need to find some offensive firepower in the next 77 seconds, or this game is slowly going to slip away. Bishop Guertin, kudos to them for picking up their defensive intensity here in this 4th quarter.
You got this, Ava. Dubois inbounds to Stein. Figure might as well yell a word of encouragement.
Sure, why not?
Stein to Ava, now back to Lana up top. Lana takes it down low, thought she was going to kick to Kate, instead stays in the paint and is fouled. And they'll get Stack for that one. I think that's only her first though, so not really much harm done. Lana is 0 for 10. I hate even saying it, from the line.
I've got her at 0 for 8 right now. Am I off?
I think so.
Ooh, tough, too strong there, online, but way too strong.
Shooting free throws is hard. Particularly success breeds success.
And she went in after her shot right there before the ball touched the rim, so violation shooter. It doesn't count as an attempt, but it also doesn't count as a point. The lead stays 2. Bishop Guertin 44, Bedford 42.
1 minute left in the game. 1 minute 05, I should say. Paquette dribbles into the front court, guarded by Stein. Now kicks it far corner. Paquette back with it again. 55 seconds remain in the game. Guarded by Stein, trying to shoo her like a troublesome fly. Murray now with it, guarded by Grogan, and BG is just waiting to get fouled by Bedford.
Their version of the 4 corners here. They take a time off the clock, and you can see that even Olivia Murray just covering the ball up, waiting for somebody to come and whack her.
And both Grogan and McCarthy went after her, and they assessed the foul to Grogan. It looked like he said 11, but instead he said 31. But fortunately, that'll keep Sydney in the game. The officials will talk this over.
Oh yeah,
they got Sydney for the 5th one.
They called it on Sydney, so she's out.
She was the second one in on the crime. McCarthy was the one who first tied her up. I don't know how you decide one is guiltier than the other, but.
Well, whoever whacks her on the arm is going to get the foul. So, again, they're close to the play. They could see what happens. They call Sydney Grogan on the foul, and she's going to end the evening here with 2 points.
Most of what she does doesn't show up in the stat sheet. A lot of steals, hustle defense. You have Annie Zink coming in, replacing Sydney, as Murray will go to the line and shoot 2. First one is good. Bedford led by 13. That was with 3:20 left in the third. BG went on a long run. Bedford's only scored 4 points here in the fourth, and Murray makes the second. BG's lead is now 4, 46-42.
Goes back to that free throw line. 2 for 2 for Murray right there. Huge discrepancy for the Bulldogs.
Stein with a 3, gets nothing. Zink saves it off the shin of Paquette, who somehow manages to keep it in bounds. And now Muller has the ball, and she is fouled. Did they call a foul? Or
they called a foul, yeah.
They called a foul on her.
Which the Bulldogs needed that right there,
Got to stop the clock. So Muller will go to the line and shoot 2. Bedford chasing 4. They're down 46-42. 20.6 remains here in the game.
DuBois gets the foul, just her second. But again, double bonus for the Cardinals. Muller makes good on the first.
Now a 5-point lead for BG. Bedford got to find some magic, down 5, 20.6 left. Muller still at the free throw line, of course. And the second one also good for Brooke Muller. Stein into the front court to Zink. Zink to McCarthy. McCarthy will shoot a 3. That one's long. Ava fighting for the rebound. BG winds up with the rebound, but nothing doing. And a little bit of aggression taking place as DuBois is dragged down to the floor. But not something you like to see on either side.
A little bit of saltiness. You can understand it either way. These two teams are fierce competitors. Two fierce competitors individually in Paquette and DuBois.
And Ava called for the foul. That is her third. Bedford trailing by 6, 48-42. And unfortunately, the Bulldog team that led by 13 and had really contained BG is now down by 7. And again, it's shades of that regular season game. A lot of Brooke Paquette making big free throws down the stretch.
Sure is. She missed the first one tonight. She's been perfect since. 22 points so far on the evening. Looking for 23, and it's good.
Sure enough, she gets it. BG up 8. And the clock starts 9, 7. McCarthy will dribble. She'll shoot another deep 3. In and out and in again for Lana McCarthy. And the Bulldogs now trail by 5, 2.8 seconds. Coach Gibbs will call a timeout. Hey, still got a chance, but man, it's going to be a tall order trailing by 5 with 2.8.
Sure is. You don't mind the timeout. Get your teammates to gather. Try to get a steal here on the inbound play. See if you can get a quick 2 or 3. And hope for a miracle. Bishop Guertin in this fourth quarter, 2 things. Aggressiveness on the offensive side, intensity on the defensive side. The Bulldogs still only 6 points here in the fourth quarter versus 23 for Bishop Guertin. They were taking it hard, drawing contact, getting to the line, and it's paid off for them.
Yeah, BG had scored through the first, 21 minutes of the game, 20 points. Since then, they've scored 30 in about 11 minutes of clock time. So, tough one for the Bulldogs, that is for sure. Inbounding here, leading 50-45. Ball inbounded to Paquette, and she is fouled there by Allard. It is Paquette. She'll go to the line and shoot 2. And the Bulldogs trail by 5, and as you mentioned, Corey, Paquette 7 of 8 from the line here in the fourth. And she is extremely reliable from there.
Great shooter. Coach Craig's going to get a couple of his less frequently used players in the game as Kendra Powell looks to check in, senior. Paquette short on the first. Also going to have Regan Gilmore check in. Megan goes to the sideline, gives a big hug to Coach Craig. Senior final game for Stack. And barring anything wild, a state champion.
Yep, second one from Paquette, good. And that will do it. For these Bedford Bulldogs, and of course that's who we're calling the game for, right? You grow emotionally attached to these teams. You've watched them mature from freshmen to seniors in a lot of cases. Hard-working, tough players, and you're sad to some extent because you didn't win the whole thing, but you're also sad because it's over.
Tough season, tough way to end the season. Great season throughout the regular season. 16-2 regular season record, 3 wins to get here to the championship game. It's tough to watch these senior girls as they are realizing that their basketball careers are likely over. Some tears flowing, tears of joy for Bishop Guertin, tears of sadness for the Bulldogs as they fall to the hands of the Cardinals. And final score 51-45.
51-45 the final, but as you alluded to earlier, BG wound up scoring 23 in the fourth quarter to just 7 for Bedford. And unfortunately, Bill Carter talked about it in the open, BG is a team that will finish strong, and finish strong did the Cardinals absolutely today on the shoulders of Brooke Paquette, really taking a lot of the load for them, not just from the field, but Brooke Paquette is an absolute weapon from that charity stripe. When it comes down to it, she's got ice water in her veins. She'll make the big free throw for you over and over and over again. And credit to her, credit to these BG Cardinals for how they played down the stretch, showing a lot of heart as well, being down 13 against a very good Bedford team and still finding a way not to give in and come out ahead. BG winds up winning by 6, 51-45. Do we want to give final totals, or do we want to wait for score sheets?
You tell me. I mean, I've done some calculations on my side. Bill, you want to jump in here?
14 of 24 points for Paquette was in the second half. She had 10 going into the
I had her
quarter.
at 8 at halftime. You had her at 10?
I had her at 10. All right.
Okay, so there you go. 24 points.
And she is
outstanding second half, both on both sides of the floor too. Offense, defense, huge impact on this game. Congratulations to the senior on a state championship.
And she and her teammate Caitlin Wheeler will be heading to Stonehill College in the fall to play basketball and remain teammates together. So a unique experience for both of them, having been through it at BG. Thank you. And now that we have the official stats, I guess we can run through these, right? For BG leading the way, Brooke Paquette, she scored 24 and had 11 rebounds to go along with 4 steals as well. Megan Stack had 10 for BG, Caitlin Wheeler, Brooke Muller, Olivia Murray had, or Caitlin Wheeler and Brooke Muller, I should say, had 5, Olivia Murray had 4, and Hannah Lynch had 3. On the other side for the Bedford Bulldogs in the loss, Kate Allard with 15, 9 boards for Kate. Lana McCarthy a double-double, 15 and 14 rebounds for Lana. Ava Dubois playing a heck of a game down in the trenches. Ava with 7 points, 8 boards, 2 steals, 3 assists, really filled up the stat sheet. Lila Stein came up with 4 for the Bulldogs. Devin McDonald had 2. Sydney Grogan had 2 to go along with 3 steals. And that is all she wrote for the Bedford Bulldogs. We talked about it earlier. BG shot a very solid 76% from the line. Bedford 7 of 22 from the line. And if you're looking for a place that might be the difference in the game, that's probably it.
Clear distinction there, tough time, tough statistic right there. We talked about it in the fourth quarter. It played out even further throughout that quarter. 7 of 22 from the line, just a tough way. They call it the charity stripe for a reason. They call them free throws for a reason. That's just a tough one there.
For Bedford, we talked about it. Their biggest lead, 13, 3:21 remaining in the third. For BG, their biggest lead, they didn't lead until 5:09 left in the game. They never gave that lead up to the BG Cardinals. Bedford had either been tied or led in the early going of the game. BG never had a lead, and unfortunately for the Bulldogs, well, BG led when it mattered. They'll win by 6 and clinch themselves an NHIAA championship, that second one in a row as well.
Another interesting fact from the three-point stripe, we only saw 2 3-pointers all night. That late one from Lana McCarthy, an early one from Ava Dubois. Bishop Guertin didn't need the three-pointers to go in. They got all their points inside that line. 0 for 3, but it doesn't matter. They win by 6.
So with that said, your final here from Lundholm Gym, 51-45. The Bishop Guertin Cardinals come out victorious. We will be back here in just under an hour and a half when the Bedford Bulldogs boys team takes on the Pinkerton Astros in the NHIAA Division I Boys Championship game. For Corey Munster-Tiger, Bill Carter, Bill Jennings, Harry Kozlowski, Andrew Fenn, and anybody else that I might have missed on the BCTV and WBNH crew, thank you for listening. Again, your final, Bishop Guertin 51 and Bedford 45.